back. JD here. I've got Alex LeVay from Mindseed back with us. You may remember that we had Alex on a ways ago when you guys were going in and recording your album. That's now all done. You just passed me an album actually just a couple minutes ago. So it's great to see that the project came to fruition. And how'd the whole process go for you guys?
It was good. There was a lot of struggle involved. There was some challenges in terms of bandmates and stuff like that, and conflicts when it came to money. But the actual creative process was pretty fun. So we got, I think, 8 songs on there, and yeah, it was amazing. We went into Audio House with Grant. I don't know if you've met Grant.
No, before. I haven't met Grant.
No, great producer. Though. Really, and it was great. We went on there with the electric kit, and you just kind of plugged it in, so the drums were super clean and everything, and
nice.
Yeah, the recording went awesome. Yeah, it turned out all right.
Awesome. So when did you ultimately release?
It came out, actually, me and my drummer share the same birthday on December 2nd. So yeah, we just kind of had a joint CD release party at the Beggar.
Right.
It went pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't bad. We played with a couple other bands.
Yeah.
I can't remember their names, but one of them was Dave and the Electric Wheels, I think.
Right.
And then the other one, some switch up kind of last minute.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah, but it was
so the album's out now. I know you guys did a video.
Yeah, we have we got 2 videos, one for Crazy by Design, that's kind of the more hip hop rap Eminem influenced one, and then Rush Hour Crush, our friend Miriam that I work with, produced that. So big props to Miriam. Thanks, Miriam. You rock.
So how did you because Rush Hour Crush, I've seen the video.
Right.
You're on the C train. You shoot, sort of throughout.
Yeah.
My guess is, I'm just going to throw it out there. It was a guerrilla shoot. In the sense that you didn't, buy off a C train and have it parked and all that kind of stuff.
Definitely
so
not.
I want to ask you, how was that experience for you? Because, I mean, number one, being in public, obviously in a train full of complete strangers shooting a music video.
Oh, totally.
And they're not knowing what's going on either.
Right.
How was that experience for you guys?
It was pretty nerve-wracking for me, to be honest. Yeah. I'm somewhat used to performing just because, that's kind of what I do, but being on a train in like a setting where the context isn't, people are expecting to hear a piece of music, definitely a little bit weird. We definitely got some weird looks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, people were just kind of curious as to what was going on.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of lubed up.
How did you accomplish the backing track? Because I've done a lot of videos. I've done stuff with Fold. I've done stuff with Sevens Wild. I've done stuff editing wise for Ozzy. I've done a whole wild bunch of stuff. I'm just curious because normally what you do is when you are filming, you are actually playing the track. So just curious what you were doing. Were you plugged in? I think I saw headphones in one shot. So you must have been.
We were just basically playing the track off of off my iPod.
So you were lip syncing and nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah,
kind of
parts
thing.
of it I was lip syncing. Parts of it I was actually singing out loud a little bit, just because I think visually, if I'm lip syncing, some of the muscles aren't engaged in the same way or whatever. So I tried to make it somewhat convincing.
Right.
I don't know if that actually happened, but I came across all right, I guess. But that's about it.
So I mean, total props for that. I mean, going out and doing something, guerrilla shoots are much different. You run the risk of not accomplishing what you want to do because you get shut down. I mean, I've done that in film where I've been shut down completely, but you managed to get through without any.
No real hookups or anything. It was it was pretty much it was okay straight through. So
nice.
Yeah, we were lucky that way.
So how long was the shoot?
That shoot, it took part. I think it was just 2 days. Yeah. So there was the one part where it was just me on the train doing my train thing, and then we had those couple little band shots with the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
So I think we did that the next day. But
nice.
Yeah, it was like a 2-day shoot, and then Miriam just kind of took care of all the editing and stuff like that, which was really nice. I don't have to deal with that because did some video production myself, and
that's on YouTube if I'm correct. The video, so people can find that video there. And you did another one. I didn't know you actually had any other. And the other one was
that was Crazy by Design. So that one wasn't even planned. I just kind of am I allowed to cuss?
Actually, maybe I have seen. Actually, you bounce around and
I'm generally acting a little bit crazy in my house, but I don't know what it was. I just got really baked one day, and I was in my house. And I was,
you went
had
for
a video camera, and just kind of went for it.
So that's totally self-filmed.
Yeah, that was totally self-filmed. Like
nice.
That was one night. I probably spent like 6 hours till 5 a.m. just shooting and acting like a moron.
Nice.
And we had ourselves a video.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys are looking currently for a drummer? Is that?
Yeah. We had just kind of I don't know, because our drummer he's in oil and gas,
right?
So he works for Shell, so there were some problems with that or whatever. Right. So yeah, that became an issue. So yeah, we're looking for a new drummer right now. We think we found a guy. Yeah. If he sticks, we hope you stick around. But yeah.
And I mean that's the hard thing when you're initially getting involved and initially breaking out. It is hard sometimes because everybody has a job, and finding time to do things, and it's a juggling act. And
totally.
If schedules don't line up, it's not necessarily bad against anybody or chemistry or anything like that. It's just it just happens to be the circumstances of the situation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's hard. I mean, I know some bands will juggle guys in and out, like they'll have their main members, but they'll juggle somebody in because they'll be playing a show,
right?
And somebody won't be able to get there
for sure.
So they'll get somebody in there to replace them. But I think that's hard sometimes when you're getting in front of a crowd, because the crowd honestly doesn't know most of the time. Exactly. Some guys will. Your fans will obviously know,
right?
They'll maybe be a little forgiving, but
totally.
Sometimes in front of a new crowd, and it's hard, especially if that person hasn't played a ton with you.
Exactly.
But if there's anybody out there that's drumming and looking,
totally, hit us up. We'd be happy to play with you.
So you got the album out now.
Yep.
How's sales been?
Sales are not bad. Well, I mean, it's kind of a dying industry, so I don't know. The whole HMV closing thing is kind of a big blow. Not that we're in HMV or anything, but it's okay. We get the odd kind of purchase on Bandcamp or on iTunes or whatnot, but it's mostly live shows and stuff like that is where we're making most profit.
It's an interesting thing, though, because even though you say you're not in HMV, I mean, it's still a way that people consume music. And, from my perspective, people not buying music and not having the ability to go in the store is going to hurt the music industry as a whole.
Absolutely.
And it's going to filter down. I mean, I think new bands in this day and age have actually had a lot of pressures put on them by the fact that there aren't A&R guys running around writing big checks like they used to. It's like, hey, totally. that one song sounds great. Let's get you in the studio, record an album. Yeah. Let's pump the hell out of it and then see what happens. Right?
Totally, yeah.
It's how you have all these one-hit wonders from the 80s. We would go through this stuff and record sales aren't there. I'm just curious how HMV is going to affect that. Like, I don't know. You're much younger than I, if you were shopping in HMV for music, or if it was just something that's.
I mean, I always liked getting like the package, like I'm into like the whole artistic vision, right? So getting like the visual with it, the pamphlet with the lyrics, the whole thing. That I love that experience, but I'm starting to realize a lot of people aren't necessarily on that wavelength, and that's okay. But yeah, even when it came to like designing the cover for households, like I spent like days and days and days doing that because it was so important to me. Whereas for my bandmates, they're just like, whatever.
Right.
I don't really care. But yeah, I really love like the artistic experience of the whole thing there.
Yeah.
But
we're going to have the typical interrupt that seems to always happen.
It's all good.
But so I mean, that's the thing with music and the visual aspect and being an artist is a lot of people get involved with that stuff,
right?
And obviously yourself as well. And I'm wondering if that's going to take away from stuff in the future,
right? What do you mean, like being so into
just the fact that it'll become detached, right? I mean, people get emotionally attached to music, which is good, so they can hear it, going through the radio and stuff like that. But not that physical touch is a different kind of
totally
thing, right? And what you're speaking to is that you were intensely involved in the art. Your bandmates weren't.
Yeah.
That disconnect for some people. I'm wondering if that's going to have sort of at an end of the day.
Right.
I mean, with music, you're trying to stand out, right?
Oh yeah.
So
absolutely.
I mean, a little thumbnail, to me in a iTunes gallery doesn't necessarily help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I'm almost the opposite, and like definitely no disrespect to my bandmates, just different ways of seeing things. But to me, if like a piece of art catches like my eye and like symbolically it's kind of representing something that I connect with, that's gonna make me go listen to that album as opposed to it's just like something that I don't connect to visually. So yeah, there have been times when that's kind of appealed to me, but I don't know how other people are.
Yeah. It's curious. I like to hear other people's thoughts. I know when I was in Recordland last week, I was walking through and there's a lady going through with her son, and she's like, "What? Pick something out." And he's like, "Well, I don't know any of this music." She's like, "Shop by album covers. That's how we used to do it."
Right, totally.
So I mean, she's passing it on to her son. Obviously, like that's
absolutely
a good way to look at it. If it looks interesting to you, experience it. And I think that's part of the the disconnect now a little bit is that we're not as curious as we once were, that we won't go out and we won't seek something. We won't try something like, I don't even know what this album is. I've never heard it. The name sounds cool. The art looks awesome.
Totally.
Let's see what it's all about, right?
For sure.
You might end up hating it, and don't get me wrong. I bought albums that I'm like, what this is awful.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
But,
yeah, totally. Well, it just seems harder these days to almost grab people's attention at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll look at an album art for 2 seconds and they decide whether they want to watch it or not, or the music video. It's tough to really grasp somebody's attention. So, I know we're trying, but
yeah.
yeah.
Do you feel music videos still have their place? I mean, obviously you did too.
Yeah. Like I do find they have their place. Like, I don't know. For me, it's always been like if the music video kind of adds to what you're talking about with it. So again, like, I'm big on the art thing. So if it explores another dimension of what's happening lyrically or musically or whatever it is, then okay, well now this is another interpretation of the song that I can kind of whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're somewhat important to me. Yeah, I like them for sure.
So the plan, you got the album done now.
Right.
Obviously you're in the market for a new drummer.
Yeah.
I know this is like the second or third, sort of incarnation of Mindseed in the sense that you've always sort of been the center of it, and the people around you have changed at times. I assume you're writing currently still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're still writing for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, going forward, we're just kind of trying to figure out what path we're supposed to take. Like, I think we're starting to realize there's that business aspect to the whole music industry, and we're trying to kind of study up on that. Like, how do we forge forward as small entrepreneurs or small business owners, I guess. Musically, we're just kind of keep going, and I've been kind of really into hip hop lately, and Russ has been into hip hop, so we're working more on kind of the rap side of it, and just kind of see where that goes naturally. But I don't really know. Next step is the drummer here, find somebody who wants to play for us and kind of take it from there. We're kind of in limbo right now. We can't really do that much, so. We'll see
so, any plans to start recording again soon, or?
Oh hell no!
No.
Yeah, we're too broke for that. We got to make money back from that first album. But
right.
Yeah, hopefully recoup some money and support this one. And we wanted to go on tour, but then not having a drummer thing, like I don't know if that's gonna happen this summer anymore.
Right.
And that's a tough thing too, like getting people who are committed enough to want to leave their job for 2 weeks and whatever go on tour. Like,
and 2 weeks isn't that's not a huge tour.
No, it's not.
Not in Canada.
No.
Anyways,
that'd be pretty small. That'd be like West Coast for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the U.S. where you can pop to city to city and hit a city every night kind of thing. I mean, you could still do that here, but it's a long drive from here to Regina.
Oh yeah. Like we want to hit like all the little towns in between or whatever. But yeah, that's definitely in the future type of thing. So we'll see where that goes.
Nice.
Yeah.
But as we're getting interrupted again, I think we'll kind of wrap things up unless you've got anything else for us.
No, I guess go check out our album. You can find it at mindseedmusic.com if you want to check it out.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, Alex LeBay, Mindseed. Make sure to check them out, and we'll catch you later.